As the final payouts from the 2010-11 kiwifruit season are made, many growers are only just now beginning to feel the true punch that PSA packs. With most gold vines in Te Puke no longer able to produce fruit, there won't be any more payments coming for the foreseeable future. Te Puke grower John Cook has already cut out 3 hectares of Hort16A gold kiwifruit on one of his 4 orchards due to PSA. But now a second orchard is beginning to show signs of infection.
There's one block of gold that is looking like it may have some problems with it. Whether we continue on with that at this stage is an unknown, but most likely we'll end up taking it out. Because I think what we've learnt is that if you're seeing it in the late autumn or early spring, you can spend a lot of capital, a lot of working capital in preparing a crop and still not get across the line with it. So you're better actually to make the hard decision earlier.
Mr Cook spoke with Country 99 TV before going to meet his bank manager to discuss pathways forward. He says that not only is PSA beginning to take a big financial toll, but replanting his orchards with the new and more tolerant G3 and G14 varieties is not without risk.
It's not something that we're going to have to be able to manage out of cash flow. We're going to have to borrow the redevelopment costs, and so that's something we're going to have to try and work through with the bank as to how we manage that over the next 3 to 5 years. Because it is going to be a 3 to 5 year program, and still no guarantees at the end of the 3 to 5 year program. And until the industry comes up with a totally resistant variety, we're all in the same boat trying to manage our way through. So I think this is a long, long haul for us, really.
But last week, nearly 90% of the Te Puke growers who voted backed a kiwifruit vine health motion to back a ban on notch grafting on the once highly profitable gold Hort16A cultivar.
If Hort16A, the previous gold, is allowed to continue in the Te Puke area, we believe it will result in high levels of inoculum, and that inoculum or disease will affect not only the new varieties that they're trying to graft on, but also the surrounding orchards and impact on the green production.
Simon Cook is a spray coverage advisor for KVH and explained that the industry may recover more quickly if it stops notch grafting on Hort16A.
The other option is a notch graft, where you still have your old existing vine, and what we do is we take a cut into the side of it and just graft off the side. So at the same time as you've got a full green canopy or a gold canopy, you grow up 2 new leaders that you lay across the top of the old canopy and grow up generally on strings, so that up above here we'd have a brand new canopy developing whilst we still have production down below. So from an economic point of view, it means you don't lose a year's production. So there is obviously huge incentives for it. In a PSA environment, if this was a Hort16A canopy and you were trying to develop above it, you're going to be having a huge level of inoculum being produced that will be putting a lot of pressure on your new canopy, and it will be very difficult to have that new canopy survive in that environment.
But it's not just the Hort16A cultivar which is highly vulnerable to PSA. Other Zespri gold varieties are also collapsing due to infection.
So we're looking at a G9 that is infected, and here we are seeing cane dieback. And what we're finding with the G9 is that once we get infection in some part of the canopy, it translocates back to the point where you have whole canes die, goes back and you have whole shoots die. Yeah. What we're not seeing from G3 or G14 or Hayward is that same progression. So an individual shoot may get dye back in it, but it comes back to a joint and stops at that joint. It's not able to transfer through, so we don't see this whole dieback.
But with PSA here to stay, growers of the new varieties will still need to be on top of their orchard management.
So in a new variety G3 orchard, you still will get infection from PSA. It's just a case of minimising the impact of that infection by maintaining good spray coverage through spraying and good orchard hygiene practices.
Benedict Collins, Country 99 TV News.